This past weekend, I was in Seattle, Washington, attending the Sneakers and Collectors Expo. Now, technically, there's 4 expos going on at the same time under one roof, but of course, I was there solely for the Pokemon. You're gonna see in today's video a recap of my experience and as well 2 big cards I managed to pull while in attendance. I hope you enjoy the recap, and just a quick side note, I did have to pull most of the audio because there was music going on in the background, and I just don't want to run the risk of copyright infringement from YouTube, so I want to keep the video up, so I'll provide a commentary on what happened, and I hope you enjoy. Today's video is a bit of a different one. We are here in Seattle, Washington at the Sneakers and Collectors Expo. We are at the Seattle Convention Center Arch, and we're gonna find out, can we get some good drops today from some of the local vendors? Let's get in there and let's see what kind of drops we can get. The first vendor we encountered was Cosmic Games from Bellingham, Washington. They had some incredible cards, including 4 Black Label BGS Moonbryon cards. And I mean, honestly, look at those, just absolutely stunning. Then the Rayquaza VMAX Alt Art from Evolving Skies was also a nice card. I love the artwork on this one. And of course, the Lugia Aquapolis Crystal Hollow was an incredible card to see in person. They just had an incredible lineup of cards, and I mean, if you had the money, you could be going away with some absolute heat. Next vendor we encountered was Fidelis TCG, aka Baby Brawly on YouTube, one of the up-and-coming vendor POV stars from the Pacific Northwest. The cards inventory was great, and there was a good mix of rarities. Unfortunately, they were out of stock of the mystery bags, but hopefully next time in the near future he'll restock, and I can get a couple so I can open them up on the channel. For our first vendor deal of the day, we went to Gira Ninja, who had a small but good mix of sealed product, and of course, 151 sealed booster boxes caught my eye. So we closed on a deal, 120 USD for 4 boxes, which was an incredibly fair price, and I'm super stoked to open these on a future video. The next vendor table we checked out was PNW Pokemon, and I mean, this sealed collection at this table was a collector's dream. So many different eras available and in pristine condition. I was eyeing the Gym Challenges pack, but I also saw the Platinum Arceus packs, which, you know, how could you avoid those? And again, so much sealed product from different eras. It would have been very easy to spend all of my money at this table and then some. I ended up making a deal for 1 Platinum Arceus pack for $130, and out of the 3 options, I had to make a decision which one would be the best feeling. So taking a look at the 3 different options, the one on the left just really wasn't feeling it. I mean, there was no rhyme or reason to it, but the middle one did have some crinkles, and I was feeling maybe a little bit superstitious. It could have been a good one, but that far right one, it was the most cleanest and pristine looking one. So I was kind of feeling it out here, seeing which one's hot, and again, see the crinkly, but ultimately deciding on the far right option. So picking that one up, and we're gonna get into it. So this one is arguably the most expensive single pack opening I have done on the channel, but it's all for the Drop the Cards crew, and I didn't really know what the pack trick was for Platinum Arceus. The internet connection was horrible, so I had to just go with my gut and do 4 to the front, but technically it is 3, and you'll see here an incredible pull, but I did screw it up. So, you know, apologies, and maybe next time I can get into this a little bit better, but you will not believe the drop that I land. So here we go, 4 to the front, and again, made the mistake, but here we go. Check this out. Zapdos G. Now this card at a PSA 10 goes for over $569, and while I don't think it will land that, I still do want to submit it as part of my upcoming PSA submission. So stay tuned for that video, and honestly, look at that card. What a beautiful pull. Then for our final deal of the day, we stopped by Champions Trading Company and made a deal for 2 Evolving Skies packs for $20, which again was a great deal knowing what these are going for on the market. So I had 2 chances at potentially landing the Moonbreon card, and I started with the first pack, and quite nerve-wracking because I was there with a small audience seeing if I could land a big hit. But again, just had to give her and see if there was going to be a drop. So we get into this, and no spoilers this time around. I did do the correct pack trick. Unfortunately, no TC Go card on that one, but it was a black border, so still a potential chance to land a decent card. As you can see, going through the first few sets of cards in this pack opening, and ultimately landing on nada. But that's okay, because I have a second pack, the Umbreon artwork pack, and I was feeling pretty good about this one. But as you can see, as I open this up, I flip the card code over, and it was a TC Go, so I was feeling good about that. And when I flipped it over again, I did see a sliver of a black border, so I knew there was something in there, but I didn't know what it was. So pulling these cards through and getting to that last bit, and I've been telling everyone around me, saw the black border, there is something. So we ended up getting a Noivern V Alt Art. Beautiful card, never pulled that before, so super stoked on that one. So a massive shout out to the vendors who were in attendance, because again, this was the first time the expo has happened in Seattle, so it's gonna take a little while for it to grow and get some traction. But those that did attend, the vendors were awesome, and I really appreciated them making the effort, because honestly, without them, the event wouldn't exist. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, smash the like button. I appreciate your support and time. As well, you can check out other videos here and here, and as well, subscribe to the channel, because there are plenty of more drops to get to, and you're really not going to want to miss them. I'll catch up with you on the next one, and until then, the drops don't stop.